Welcome back to Workers and Resources. Last time we built our small rail yard here, which is responsible for bringing trains into our only large rail station to the customs house in the east. We might have a western customs house that is just as large or even multiple, but this is our main connection basically, and yeah, we should be prepared. We have now 3 trains set up to run imports for us for hazardous waste, and that's basically our money making setup. We're burning it and then we're bringing it back to sell it. I don't know where the trains are. Where are they? There's 2 here waiting, but where are the other ones? Oh, they're in the station. Oh, I completely missed them. Oh yeah, so 3 trains loading themselves with hazardous waste. As you do. Well, this stream we're going to start working on our new town over here, which, in addition to allowing us 1 extra research, will also allow us to export some coal. We will start by constructing the fire station, and I guess we'll go from there. Need to set up all of the buildings here. We'll get a school, kindergarten, some monuments, football playground. But there will also be a bus route between this area and Volkanedeni, because that's the main town of this area. So, a few more amenities in this area, but not all of them. I think we'll get some more snowplows. The KAZ 256 seems appropriate. Get 3 of them. Check the range. It'll be able to reach everything here. Doesn't need to go to the customs house. So this will be appropriate, I think. And we're also working on repaying our loans, which I think will happen now. Whenever the trains are here bringing in more waste, we're gonna earn some money. While this is building up, we also need to think about what else to build. And I think we need a new town area, or I guess town is maybe... We need a village that handles our scrapping. And it will be a larger scrapyard, so we are also preparing for scrapping of like trains if they get too old. Scrapyards are in the waste management section. And all we need is a bunch of workers in the area that handle this facility. 360? And access to the rail and road network. This will be in the same vein as Kribosia, I think, where they mostly will go back to Volkanedeni to deal with whatever they want to get. But they will have a shopping center. Like a small store, basically. So a small village with a few more people living there than Kribosia, I think. And I think this can be in here. I don't think there was anything in this area. I don't remember though. Let's take a look. Quick check. There's no oil. There might be iron here. There is a little bit of iron. Oh, there's a decent amount of iron here. Well, shouldn't prevent the village from existing, I guess. They could also work in this area. An iron mine can hold 750 workers though. But if we have a rail network, we could also move people from a larger town into the area to mine for us. I think this is still going to be the scrapyard, with potentially a mine built next to it, but not exclusively handled by this village. And no coal here. There was coal on this mountain though, here. But yeah. So, the rail line has to go mostly this way, since this is where the terrain continues. On this side, I don't remember. No oil, probably more iron. More iron. So there might be a larger town here, which supplies workers to an iron mine on this side, and then an iron mine over here, and any other iron that we find in the area, because there was a lot. And the railroad will split up and go into both directions, I think. So the railroad will come through, scrapping facility will be on one side, and then the town/village will be up over here, and the railroad has to come down the middle, going into both directions. Let's see. So this is kind of hilly. It's like 20 meters. It's way too hilly for a railroad normally. We might have to snake along the mountain to make that a little bit more realistic looking. I guess we won't really see it. We just look at it from the side, but coming down this way. 15 meters for 800. It's like 2%. And the other railroad goes along here. Scrapyard will be accessible from both sides, or trains. And the vehicles only really have to move in, but I guess sometimes there could be a requirement for them to move out again. Shouldn't really happen, but yeah, I don't know. So just a simple off. Any train to be scrapped will move into the scrapyard from either side. We'll have a pedestrian crossing over the rail line. Now the road connection, we will have to pick up resources from this facility. We might put in a warehouse. I don't know how large the internal storage was. The internal storage is quite large. I don't think a warehouse will be necessary. And I think a bridge would probably also be overkill for this. But then again, you never know how much traffic you will have in an area. For the start, there will be a road into a town. And, as I said, the town will only have a small store. I guess it could have a shopping center. It is more than 300 people, unlike this area, which is 120. New building constructed. Hasn't filled up yet. We don't have the extra population. Let's see. If we start from an area over here where there's a footpath, and we go about 300 meters in that direction. A bus stop can hold 200 people, which will be enough for this, I think. It will give us walking access easily. And then we can develop our town around this, with the footpath probably receiving a bridge. But just as a general concept, this is what we're going with. We will need to turn this into an asphalt road eventually. And also, as this should follow the terrain a little bit, I guess. But we know that the footpath range is sufficient, so we can just run our road through here, and then it can go wherever. Maybe we don't have a rail line going over this, maybe the rail line will come around, but we do have a road go over this instead. $18 meters for 29, that's like less than 10%. Then comes back down here. Okay. We'll have to go back to our coal town, which we don't even have named yet. So in addition to the storage, the fire station won't be operational. We'll build all of the buildings that we need, and one residential building. So the hospital is not imminently urgent. We need the shopping center definitely. One residential building, the kindergarten, and water and sewage and heating. I heard those are pretty good. Oh, there's a dirt road here, right. I use that to build everything a little bit more quickly. Might need 2 water substations here because of the mine. Unless I place it here. We'll just drop 2 of them in. The mine will have a lot of workers, and the town can be the other one. Okay, those buildings will be critical as well. But, yeah. The mine will come later, so we only need these 2. And, yeah, get another village started. For research, if we get the next village up, we don't have much choice. We only have a party headquarter. So only red research from the left will be possible. We could work towards the secret police. I think air traffic is probably not something we need unless we want to go for fire helicopters, then it could be useful. Tourism, an option. Containers or fire safety. So either we bank our research, don't use it, and wait until we actually get a technical university up and maybe try and go for the geological map. Or those are the options. Everything else is blue research first, or white research. We could go for tourism and then expand onto a medical university and not go towards any other technological advances, I guess. Ah, we have a waste train waiting here now, excellent. So the incinerator should now always be operational, which will increase the pollution in this area even more. Awesome. This is good for us because this is making us money. The darker the smoke, the more money we get, basically. I'm so happy that the train network is finally up. We will generate a name for this town, but it will be next to the bus stop. Zayov. I can pronounce that. Okay, get started on that. Slowly start working our way into the map. One settlement at a time. After this, of course. Still have to set up construction offices, and I also have to set up probably a few more residential buildings here to get some more workers available for us. It's really nice that we have a lot of workers in the construction office now. We could think about dropping in one more building to make this have even more people, but I think the capacity is still there for this to grow, and it'll probably be enough. People living on this side will be able to walk onto the bus stop and be picked up for construction tasks. And also move over to the incinerator and take care of the lovely waste that we're handling here. Let me check. Yeah, I also probably have to make the train yard for the other area. If I want more trains, then a new train yard will be necessary. But right now I think the amount of trains we have is probably going to be enough. Only 2 trains loading and 1 train waiting. As it should be. We had more trains, then we could run into the issue where a train arrives and wants to unload waste and it can't get there. And then we might run full. With 3 trains importing and 2 trains exporting, I think that won't happen. And we'll probably have enough waste to run through as is. But maybe we get more incinerators later on, who knows. It's nice that the infrastructure has all been set up, almost completely. We're now working on the buildings. Make sure that people probably can't move in right now until we make sure that everyone has what they need. Three trains waiting, 2 trains currently loading. They are very slow, but this is the fastest we got. We could move the waste unloading trains to the other customs house because they would not occupy it. So the three loading gates situation for loading is probably very good, but for unloading might be better to have them on a single train line heading towards here. And I guess theoretically we could also just route them through this station instead of making a bypass route, but I think a bypass route is also fine. Yeah, we'll just build this track and route our waste trains through here, and then we can use the other area just for train loading. It's not gonna be all waste trains, there might be other ones as well. Right, we have to leave 160 meters at least, so the trains don't get stuck. And I think we can build this right away. We're now going off of this route because I didn't want to have another junction here, so I think that'll be fine. Hello Jojo, thank you for the raid. What were you doing? I assume race room? League race in ACC, okay. That sounds stressful. Hope you had a good race. Or at least hope it was a fun race. Or, yeah, well, I guess good is subjective. I hope you had fun. Okay. I don't know the issues with the pit limiter. Okay, at least the other stuff was good. Glad to hear that then, I guess. Well, if only one thing was bad, then I guess it was a good race after all. I think in ACC the pit limiter gets turned off if you shift. Okay. P10 sounds okay. How's the economy? My economy is pretty garbage, but that's because we're importing tons of garbage and then exporting tons of garbage, and it makes us money. We're importing hazardous waste, burning it and selling it back as non-hazardous waste, and it makes us money. So we've built an incinerator right next to the border, and it's all good here. Slowly expanding out, limiting ourselves to only one research per settlement, which is slowing things down for the better, I think. And it'll also mean that we need a lot of settlements. Yeah. Exactly. I guess I'm gonna drop this here. But then I don't need that. No, that's fine. I'll just manage the construction trains again. It's fine. So yeah, we have to build a lot of individual settlements this game. At least that's what I want to do. And we're gonna get a lot of train stuck warnings because the waste trains load really, really slowly. Ran through everything already. Yeah, we don't need to do truck-based stuff anymore here. Just turn that off. Okay. Repairs are slowly going to become an issue. Well, shouldn't become an issue, but you know, they will become a necessity where our vehicles will need to get repaired as they become older and older. And then in about 10 more years, we need to probably scrap them if they get too old and damaged. There should be a truck heading here for repairing the stuff. That truck also doesn't look too great anymore. Searching for a repair station. Well, I hope you find one. Let's let more people walk in here and work, so we can repair a lot more vehicles at the same time. And also give them another small truck. We might have to upgrade to a larger repair station. Thought a smaller one would do. And we could have a larger one somewhere else. I guess Sayov could have a larger one in the future, next to the scrapyard. Repair stations don't take that many people. This area will get... So I need like 400 to 450 people living here, and I think I'm gonna go with medium flats. So we need 10 of these houses. That would only be 30 cubic meters of water. Oh god, if I build them like this, wow, they look much thinner from the side. I don't know how I want to lay out 10 houses of these. Probably should stick by the grid instead of trying to be fancy. It'll look fine. Maybe I should freeform place them instead. Maybe I should also flatten the area before I start placing things, otherwise the elevation is gonna drive me crazy. We do have vehicles to do that, so we'll wait until we have a road connection and then shift over our 2 bulldozers and 2 excavators to the area to do that thing. Our heating plant will probably be next to the scrapyard. And it'll be a small one again. This town, Volcanideni, might expand still. I'm not sure. I think we'll have a rail station for passengers that then get moved into a coal mine. The coal mine for Sayov. But I'm not sure yet. Those are, of course, just future possibilities. I have to take care of the construction trains. Yes. How did you get on that side? Oh, I guess I can probably route them through here. They can drive back in here, and then back out. Anyone knows how Le Mans is going? Absolutely no idea. No idea about the overall standings or what's happening. Couldn't tell you. Okay, working range for you has to be increased, so you also cover the next town. Distribution office. Buying from the small customs house, which is going to be closer and less busy. Unloading into the warehouse. This might also warrant a pub. I think it's large enough for that. So we'll get an oil tanker. A small one. Maybe not that small. 9 tons, looks okay. 2 covered hull trucks. And then wait until we have made some money again. It doesn't work. Oh, maybe it's that one. Maybe I need to change that one for it to work. Yes, okay. And this one shouldn't matter. Well, I learned something. That'll make rail construction easier, if I don't forget. Get a fire truck once we have money. Still gotta repay the loans. Let's wait a little bit with buying more vehicles. I don't think I have a gas station planned. Oh, I didn't have a gas station planned for the area, but I think one will make sense for the ambulance and potential police station that we also need to set up, because this is going to be a slightly larger area, so a gas station addition to the area will be okay. Also, we have a distribution office. So we'll get that. This is going to be a sprawling map of mostly rural, smaller towns. But maybe we can have a really large town in the center. Unlike the map border, which usually happens. Have something larger in this area. Flatten a bunch of terrain, build a large town. 50,000 people. Which would only allow us 1 research, so I don't know. Probably not ideal. Oh god, the import, so expensive. Okay, that was not it. Probably electronics. It probably was electronics. Okay, mechanical components, sure. Ah, I knew that would happen. Well, I'm gonna send you towards the depot. But we'll also build our end station here. And then run that as a refueling point. Also need to upgrade this road to asphalt before we do anything more in this area. Okay. Your refueling surge. Oh, that station is empty. Oh no, it's without power. Okay. Well, let's take another loan. Then you should be able to use that gas station. Yeah. Okay, money's not looking that hot even with the large amounts of hazardous waste import. The price did go up though, so that's good. Slight inflation there. How much waste do we have? Decent amount. But I do probably have to send a train over and stagger their loading a little bit more. You are gonna go right now. I haven't built electricity yet either. I do need to get a high voltage cable here, a switch. I think this will not need... maybe it will need a switch. No, probably not. Probably just a transformer. We have a switch over here. We can draw a high voltage line over this mountain if we want to. This will only need a transformer, and that should be this area. 6 more connections, don't need anything else. And 4 megawatt will be more than enough. So let's make a really long wire, no. Towards this area. Somehow feels too long of a connection. We'll move that a little bit down. Yeah, I think that will work. Money's going down quite quickly now. We're also buying resources for our population, so... Get a fire truck for this area. So I guess I could go for smaller ones if I wanted to. Two of the smaller ones. Nah, still gonna go for that one, I think. Fire ladder for the residential area. Power connection. One substation right here, like the water, and then one for this area. There'll only be 2 connections. I have to check what the aggregate loading facility needs. Oh, they take a lot. 3.27 potentially. Maybe we should build a smaller one. I mean, that's like the most amount it can take. I think when like there's 4 trains loading at the same time, I assume. Maybe it loads one train really quickly. I don't know. I'm glad I only built the smaller loading gates then. So far. Give it a larger wire and see if that's enough. station is ready for construction. Some people have moved into the new flat over here. Life expectancy is not that great. But they'll do. They will survive, it's fine. I think. A town just with a technical university could be helpful, so we could actually plan out some research in that regard. Or a medical university, but I think a technical university could be helpful. I'm not gonna repay any loan right now. I'll sit at around 100,000 as a backup. We only have 600,000 to repay. I guess I should repay the very small one. And move all of them into one loan. Yes, let's do that. Maybe they can add buttons for return money, return all money, and return like 10% of the money. We also need a truck importing meat, but we don't have the electricity yet. I'll still get the truck though. Doesn't need to be a large one, but it can be a large one, so it's fine. We'll have to drive it from over here to the new town. Okay, 2 more road upgrades. I think we're gonna drive the road. We have to drive the road around. What's here? You want to drive into there? Really? Oh, I see. That will work. Should be mixed signals though. Yeah, I guess we'll have to do that. Just allow for an emergency route over here in case there is something, and then do these road upgrades real quick. Are the vehicles on the farm repaired now? Yes, they are. This one will have to be repaired soon. We'll actually do that right now, before harvest season. And the truck has left and is driving over there right now to repair the harvesters, the combines. Don't have fuel here yet. fire truck did refuel though, so that's okay. We need to wait for water, electricity, and I also need a truck for handling coal. I do have... Oh, I guess I have... use the distribution office. Yeah, I guess I can use the distribution office. We'll do that. Get a dump truck. One that isn't terribly slow. Yeah, T138 dumper. It's fine. You can load anything from the customs house, so you can also supply coal to the heating plant. And keep that at like 50. New tractors. We just upgraded our last one, so I'll hold off on that. What's the situation with worker count here? Still not that great. Oh, the road got upgraded already. Excellent. Last one. How am I handling meat distribution here? Is it a dedicated truck or is it in here? It's a dedicated truck. No. It's a small truck. But this town doesn't use up meat that quickly. The coal mine village town will use it up pretty quickly. Also, let's drop a name here so we know what to call it. Almavari. Got it. I wonder if they have enough town names. This might get more buildings. We shall see. Most of the people should work in the coal mine. It'll also need a bus route to Volcanideni, of course. Alright. Why are you complaining? Why is it red? I don't know. Now it's fine again, supposedly. How does it get from the refuel station? Oh, I guess. You can't really get to the waypoint after refueling, can it? So that's probably the issue here. Wants to refuel and then wants to get to the waypoint, and it probably can't do that. Let's see what it does. Maybe it skips the waypoint and goes to the outer side. Like that train. Seems likely. Yeah, we'll have to switch over to the end station, which is now online. So let's bring fuel here. And edit the route. After the incinerator import, before you go to the waypoint, you're gonna go to the end station. And that'll be your place to refuel from now on. Same with the other train. The other waste trains. Before the waypoint, on the incinerator export, the end station will be added. So they shouldn't have any refueling issues anymore and will always be on the right side of the customs house, leaving the other side open. Yeah, you can't get to the waypoint here, so just load on the leftmost gate, I guess. And in the future you'll be refueled from the end station. We'll test it with this train. Also shouldn't do any line spacing, I don't think, since they are industrial trains. It's not really passenger ones. Now it's compressing. And it's back after refueling. And it didn't wait, it just keeps going. It might line space. Maybe we'll see after more trains are running through this. If they do, then I guess we'll turn off we'll turn on fixed time and let them only wait a second at most. No, we'll just let the loan run. It's 380 per day. Should be okay. Let's lower the priority of the coal mine. That is not the most important building right now. The most important part right now is getting the electricity in place, getting the water in place. Everything but the coal mine. We need people living in this area, so we can make sure that no fire kills anything. These 4 buses will go to the scrapyard first time it comes online. Okay, the road upgrade is done. All of it is now asphalt. Yeah, this road will not be here anymore, you'll have to go around the gravel proper road. Is the music paused? No. Shouldn't be. Coal looks okay. Heating plant is ready. Water, sewage, electricity. That's what we need. Hello Nikio 1986. Thank you very much for the follow. We also have 2 reconstruction tasks up, but that shouldn't really be the job of our FCO worker construction office. We do have a dedicated construction office that handles reconstructions only, so we should not need to do anything, I think. Flat in Vulcanideni is on fire, no problem. The fire trucks are dispatched and already on site. And the injured person will go is already at the clinic and being treated. Health is going back up. No problem. Lots of students. Higher education rate goes down to 31%, so let's pump up that number a little bit and get more students through the system. Probably a bit more. Yeah, one more click. Although, we don't have that many workers. And the construction office buses are wrestling for every last one of them. Buildings are running full slowly. I guess we could add more residential structures here. We have access to almost everything. Access to the bus stop, but not the cinema. I mean, that would be fine. They would go to the cinema and then to the bus stop and then the cinema. But I think we'll have to. Why don't you have access? There's a snaky footpath, I guess. Probably this section of road being a little bit too much gravel. We'll turn that building around, and then we have an exit on the upper side. And that should make it so that also the cinema is in range. Yep, even the clinic, barely. For, well, not all of you, almost all of you. That's better. Okay, we'll plan for 2 more residential buildings here. Kind of a tight squeeze, but why not? This town has a large heating plant, so it should get something. A slightly larger population. They will not have access to walk directly to the headquarters, but they can walk to the bus stop, and then if they don't get picked up, they see that the headquarters is in walking distance and walk over. I feel like population count in here has been dropping. I think I filled those buildings up to start out with. Maybe I'm incorrect. I don't think the gravel processing plant makes enough pollution to be an issue, but I'm not sure. there a problem with like waste pickup? That could be. I think we'll just drop a few more buildings for waste storage. And just allowing them to put trash in a few more areas before a waste truck has to arrive. And hope that this solves this problem. Might have to build a kindergarten here. I don't know if the people are getting cranky because they can't work, because they have to take care of their children. But I guess we'll drop a kindergarten here and allow a few more workers. Plus maybe one more building. The lumber mill is already full. More buildings wouldn't help. Yeah, but I think a kindergarten is probably in order. Even though that feels kind of ridiculous. We have 5 workers who can't work because of a kindergarten, so we'll restrict this kindergarten to like 2 or 3 workers at most. Yeah, the amount of workers in here is has also shrunk. Our population seems to be going away. Life expectancy is really good, but pollution is really terrible. I wonder if the significant waste incineration does have an effect on your population. Even if it's not very close. But I don't know. That looks okay. Oh, it only highlights things that actually will be stopped. That means this one isn't actually being built right now. Okay, good. You're using a crane for reconstruction. That makes sense. Only 2 workers, but yeah, we'll get it done. Can pick up a few more workers. I think we'll be able to move people into this settlement. We should probably also start bringing resources to these buildings to start expanding the construction so they can finish it. Let's get the footpaths in place first. Now waste handling is also something we need before it becomes an issue. There will be a large waste storage next to the entrance, I think. No, we should have one next to the clinic. For sure. But yeah, I guess also one next to the shopping center area. I don't know if we can get a footpath connection this way. This might block it. If we have this road connection, then I don't think we'll be able to get a footpath here. I guess it's possible to get one this way. Then we'll have waste storages along the outside. Get water, sewage and electricity up, and then we'll start the construction of the remaining buildings. And we can also start moving people in. Which buses are we using? Is it the RTO Lux? No. Yes. Okay. Then we'll also get 4 buses for this, I think. And that the bus is gonna become obsolete in like 3 years. Why not? Still use it. Maybe we can start construction of a second residential building also. Because only having one did cause a few issues. I think 2 will be enough. Okay, slowly working on electricity, water substation, sewage. Slowly getting done. Could switch to foreign workers again. Let me check our population statistics. Okay, our death rate and escape rate together is slightly lower than our birth rate. We had significant population drop last year during 2 incidents. Seems like population is going and coming back and going. Seems like we have an issue somewhere. I wonder if it's waste handling. We have 1 of each waste truck in storage right now, so it shouldn't be that. But yeah, we'll get some more waste storage up. Power will be here shortly. And then we still need the refrigerated goods. I did buy the truck already for that. I haven't set it up yet. I also still need to set up the fuel imports, but I think the fuel price is pretty consistent right now. Oh, it's climbing. Yeah, we have to get the fuel price under control. I think if we import in large quantities with the train and then take from the storage rather than importing on demand from the customs house, I think we'll be better off. So I will make a fuel unloading platform here. Or any fluid really. Could also be bitumen. For an asphalt plant. But fuel at the start. Should be in range of something that has electricity. Here will be okay. We'll set up the unloading platform. We still need a storage tank and a loading possibility for the vehicles. Although that loading possibility is not the most important thing. We'll let our fuel trucks load at this facility directly, and at some point we'll place a loading gate so it goes quickly. But right now we don't have that many, and it shouldn't be a problem. Be right back. I have been bugged by a fly or a moth or something for the last few days. Not able to catch it. Quite annoying. Looks like our import is now running much better. Much more consistent. We just had a train unload here, we have 280 tons left, and another train is almost full again. So this should be running very consistent now. I hope that this idea with the oil tank and the train import for fluids actually helps our economy. Reduces the fuel price because we're not constantly siphoning tiny amounts of fuel, but we're doing a huge chunk import and then letting it sit there for like months. I will have to get some fluid wagons. I'm gonna repurpose that train. Get some tanker cars. Now I want this distribution office to at least have 5 wagons, because it's mostly doing stuff with aggregates, and I don't want to get the largest tanker car now. So I guess we're gonna get 5 of the smaller ones. That'll be really expensive. This will allow us to set fuel distribution to the fuel storage. And then we'll see if the fuel price is affected by it or not. We have electricity now, very good. Start the frozen goods transport. We'll bring meat into that area. And then I guess once we have water, we'll be able to move people in and they can help build the rest. But they really have to take care of themselves mostly. Man the shopping center, the other facilities, build up the small clinic, which we have to start. Yeah. Get a baseline of habitability up for the area. The fuel price has me kinda scared, so I want this set up as soon as possible. As soon as possible without having to run any specific interference in its construction. And who knows, maybe I'm driving up the fuel price by that even more. But I do need to test it at some point. Especially since I'm running trains and I'm constantly importing fuel. So consolidating all of the imports into one large rail-based import instead of many smaller imports will probably help let the market recover. Okay, you know what, construction office? If you're gonna be like that, you're not gonna go to footpaths, roads. Actually, I shouldn't micromanage. We have domestic workers. It should be fine. Still don't know what's causing the pollution issues, though. I assume it's pollution issues. What's causing all the population drops? Who knows, maybe I have an industry like the gravel processing plant that actually does produce a considerable amount of pollution and I just was not aware of that fact. Although it does say it doesn't have a lot, right? Only 12.6 tons. Maybe it adds up with the heating plant. Or it might be all of the toxic chemicals we're importing to burn. Could also be. Okay, we have water. We have the ability to hold water in the area, in the substation. That means water trucks don't have to deliver to individual buildings, just to the substation. The sewage tank is not yet up. But this is potentially the point where we could move some people in and see what happens. I don't want to get migrants, I would like to move our own people in, but this town seems to have fewer people now. It's always going up and going back down, and I don't know why. There are no complaints. Life expectancy is exceptional. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the noise from passing trains that drives them crazy. We'll make sure that the clinic is set up, give it a little bit more time, and when autumn hits, I think it's time to move some people in. Okay, road connection here. It's also finishing up. Will give us the ability to move our 2 excavators over. Maybe 1 additional bulldozer. And start flattening this area in preparation for people moving in. This one will probably be cancelled until we've flattened everything, I think. No, actually not. We're just going to flatten this side. This is going to be commercial. And then the industry is the scrapping facility itself. Can you please show me the research tree, what has already been studied? Okay. So, I will show you, Whoopi. We only had 3 technologies so far. We only have logistics optimization, which doesn't do anything. Distribution office, which gives us the road distribution offices, and railway distribution office, which gives us the train distribution office. That's the only thing we've researched so far. And we have Kribosia, Vosanedeni, and Vavkavitsk as active settlements, so 3 researchers. The research from Almavari we're probably gonna bank. I don't know what to use it for right now. Secret police could be a thing. Try to push loyalty up, I guess. Now that we have a lot of statues, we might get our university education, propagating our loyalty a little bit better. Autumn has hit, so we're gonna relocate 1 full building over and see what happens. First up, they're gonna be really unhappy, but hopefully they will find this area acceptable. And we'll also start the buses. So the passengers that want to get culture and anything else can do so. Might have to get 1 or 2 more buses here. It's quite the distance, I guess. Let's get 2 more buses in preparation. Also, we can bring fuel to that gas station now. Our large incinerator import storage is on fire, But the fire trucks have arrived. Very good. That's still an old fire truck. We probably ought to replace that with one that is a little bit more modern and faster. One's working on the heating plant, but the heating plant is full, so it's fine. People are going here occasionally, working as intended. More buses on the line and see if we have enough. Some people have already left, and I think a pub in the area will be something that we will offer them. I think that's one thing that we can do. They added a button to go to the study. This is genius. We've been waiting for 2 weeks of tests. Yes, they did add a button, but they also added more buttons like set the line of a vehicle, which is new. They also added waste trains. They've added the resource overview. So if you want to, for example, make chemicals, you can see what it is produced from, where it is produced, where it is used, and what ingredients are made from it. And then you can cycle around in this and look at things, how they interact with each other. I don't know if this is dynamic, because I would like to know if this works with mods. I assume it might not be. Would be interesting to know though. So, we'll see what the population does. Let's see how long the last person waited. 54 minutes. But wants to be picked up for praying. The bus route might be enough now. We'll have to see how it goes when the snow starts settling in. That will decrease the efficiency of our routes, of course, but we have a few more snowplows now, so we'll see. increase the priority of the asphalt roads for sure. Let's check again. 35 minutes. 46 minutes. We want to pray. Culture. 47 minutes. Oh, the one person that wanted to pray also got picked up because they probably gonna go to the indoor pool, that's my guess. Construction in progress. Maybe 30% is a little bit too low. At least for our maintenance office. Which isn't doing anything right now, so the maintenance office will be able to pick up workers from the customs house, otherwise it's not going to get anything done. Also, it doesn't have steel bricks. Right. Steel and bricks are now picked up from the border also. My bad. Prefab panels are almost empty. Also picking up from here. Gravel are picked up from here. Okay. So what's the hold up? Prison, bricks and steel. Okay, I said that. And the open truck is moving. Okay. Lots of reconstruction to do. We will tell our other construction officers to help. I guess they're already set to it. Okay, almost got our fuel unloading area set up. I did bring the tanker cars in, but I forgot to send you to the depot after, so you've been driving around in circles. Go back to the distribution office, please. Baraslav large customs house will allow you to load fuel. Actually, we can load that from here, probably. This rail line has been set up now, so... Okay, train is back. Just gonna wait on these buildings. And then we'll switch all of our fuel imports over to this storage area instead. And the distribution offices are gonna pick up from here, I mean. And I guess I'll also build a small distribution office here for anything that isn't related to a village. So we have a small distribution office handling fuel distribution. Really? Well, I guess all of our excavators are currently busy, supposedly. Still at 130x, 136, so amount of population here is quite good, staying stable. Seems like this area is habitable now. I want to get the school set up, this residential building. Not the school, the hospital. Because that is kind of important to have available locally. That's a lot of reconstruction projects. Yeah, I guess we're gonna do reconstruction with foreign workers. If we can't ensure that there are a lot of people waiting here, that will make the most sense. Waste unloading. I should move the waste unloading off of this area. Make sure they always drive or run on the side that has fast unloading. We'll remove this waypoint and replace it with a waypoint over here. And that means they always go... They can use any unloading platform, but they will not all get stuck behind these two lanes which are for slow loading. They should be able to choose to wait here until one of the three opens up, because unloading is much faster than loading. Well, I hope we get the reconstruction projects through. It seemed a little bit worrying how fast that has accumulated. It might be because I set it to 30. But then it might also just cause a lot of smaller reconstruction projects that we have to go through. And a lot of the statues can't be reconstructed with cranes, so they will take a while. But that's okay. The fuel loading platform, probably waiting because of all the other construction projects, right? Coal mine. Yeah, you shouldn't do footpaths really. Unassign yourselves from any footpath. Almavery. No ambulance has arrived. We lost a person here. Let's increase the priority of this flat and the clinic. That will free up the road cranes, give us some extra space here, and hopefully assist in future construction if we can grow the population in this area. Looks like the people living in this area also abide by priorities. There's a lot more people walking onto this construction site now. Well, at least it felt like it. Let's definitely pause the coal mine. There's two cranes in there, and I don't need the coal mine right now. We also need to do crop exports. We're losing crops. I did not bring any cars in yet, so let's quickly do that. Probably have to take out a loan to get some. Boxcars. Once the train has picked up the boxcars, we're going to immediately move it into the rail distribution office. And then enable export of crops by train. Hopefully we can save some of the harvest. There's a lot still left on the field. And we don't have the trucks for them, but next year we'll be prepared. Drink. Okay, loading the boxcars shouldn't take long. And directly into the rail distribution office. Three tons of crops, so 250, 260 tons per per run. $268. The train can do that throughout the year. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna save much of our harvest. And yeah, we have an extra research available, but as I said, I don't think I'll use it. At least not right now. We'll use it in the future when we've decided if we want to go towards loyalty, or if I actually want to go towards technical university. The resource overlay is so helpful. But we are finding things, I guess. And it's not strictly necessary. Especially for a low-tech run, just sprawling out. Eventually we'll need it. Also time to put the signals in here. I haven't done that yet. Well, we'll conserve a little bit of harvest, and next year it's going to be better. 7,000 rubles per export, not bad. Don't have to run it through anything else. We have about 100,000 rubles worth of crops in storage. We had some significant population spikes. I wonder if it's winter related. I don't know. There was a significant drop from something, and then there was a significant drop last year as well. Maybe those were pandemics. Maybe those were epidemics or pandemic events. I have to move towards better trains. The DR Class V100 is probably the train we should go for. It's 100 kilometers an hour. It's good enough speed for us. Oh, there's another class from Czechoslovakia. Slightly more expensive. It's in red. More engine power. So slightly more acceleration, I guess. Yeah, I think the DR Class V100 is probably what we're gonna slowly migrate towards. 3 times as expensive per train. Oh, another epidemic. Awesome. Well, let's see. Population count 1,622. Our clinics are fully staffed, so can't change that. Let me get another small train. And the crops are dying in the field, unfortunately. Next harvest is going to be better. Not going to run the grain silo full. I'm going to slowly empty it out throughout the year, and then it will be ready next harvest season. How's our maintenance looking? Hasn't increased. I think we're doing fine. We're running it with foreign workers, should be okay. We will pick up foreign workers for construction from this customs house instead, because Konho is bringing foreign workers over to the heating plant. And this customs house currently shouldn't have anyone else taking foreign workers, I think. Don't think anyone else picks up from here. Yeah, maybe the population is decreasing because of the events. Right now it still seems stable, I think. Still going up population-wise, no drop. I have to keep an eye on that. Did I cancel that road again mid-construction? I don't think I did, but probably. Okay, we'll give you another statue or something, I guess. You're only one building, you shouldn't really matter. Oh, that's overkill. Okay, yeah, this will work out. This is fine. We'll be able to do all of the reconstruction projects now. I just didn't have the resources assigned properly. No, it'll be fine. As long as we're focusing on the flats, otherwise people will get cranky. If you have them waiting too long, they could get annoyed. Fuel price seems to be down again. Yeah, there was a significant drop for a short while. You can load any crops really, we're just exporting grain, it's fine. I guess we should wait until there's 250, so yeah, 10% is enough. 10% will do. Maybe we can save up for a few extra boxcars, but I think this will not be necessary. We just have to be patient and let the 5 boxcars empty out the grain silo over the year. A pub would probably help in all of these. Yeah, I think a pub is also acceptable here. Something for the smaller villages to have. Not the single building next to the logging camp, but this is okay. It's going to add to that area. There were complaints about happiness being low, and I clicked the building away. Oh, that one, 33%. Not sure why. Well, I don't really think we are about to plan sail off yet. We do have the storage for the vehicles, as in the bulldozers, to flatten the area. We know approximately how many buildings we need and what buildings I want to build. The layout is still open. Probably just row houses interspersed, like slightly offset. Maybe no box pattern this time. Did we have a population drop? Not yet. So I guess it might have been some of the pandemics that we had. Or I missed something. Maybe the extra garbage storages that I put up helped. Don't think that was the case, but could be. Storage tank has been built. Only store fuel. Just waiting for the unloading platform and the pipe to be connected. And I did hook it up to an input pipe, not an output pipe this time, so this time it's correct. Maintenance office is down to 2. I don't know if it can do maintenance on itself. Doesn't look like it. Well, all need is workers on a road crane, and our regular construction tasks are not as urgent anymore. Then they will finish the repair of that one. I might also build another repair office next to Ramavari. Then we have 2 construction offices taking care of reconstruction projects. And they can cover each other. Check something. Okay. University education is back up to almost 40%, so that's climbing, as it should. We only have 8 prisoners, so our prison is not overworked. Happiness is good. Health is okay. Maybe a medical university would be for the best, improving our citizens' lives. I could make Almavari. I could give Almavari a medical university and make it run research of that. I could also give it a technical university because it's our first mine area. I think if I were to get a medical university, the first research would probably either be vitamins or alcohol standards. Well, I'd say we're making a decent chunk of money. I'm not sure how much it's affecting the health of our citizens. It seems to be not too much. Maybe we are having more epidemics because of it, but I'm not sure about that. The heating plant was overkill for our town. Could have probably also run that with a small one, saved a little bit of money at the start. But I assumed this one would grow, and I guess I still have the ability to make it grow larger as a village, as a town. Adding a few more workers in the rare construction office and surrounding areas. I don't think I can get a footpath through here. At least not with grid snapping. So let's turn that off. And add one of these. Get a few more residential buildings in here. We have the ability, we have the heating, so why shouldn't we? Could be twice the size of what we're currently at. We're still complaining about loyalty. I mean, loyalty issues are okay. They reduce productivity a bit, but as long as they don't have any incidents with what they want, then they will not move out as far as I know. I think population is going down a bit right now. Population was pretty good. Fewer deaths and escapes than burst last year, so we solved something, or we had less epidemics. One or the other. Prebosia. That building is still having issues. Down to 27 now. This building seems haunted. Pollution is pretty bad, it looks like. Let's build these. I set them up, but I forgot to build them. Maybe that'll take care of the issues that we have in this area. Or maybe all of the small heating plants are slowly adding up and culminating together into actual pollution for people. I don't think that they're making that much pollution though. I don't think it is going to have any effect on them. Alright, you know what? I want this up. I want to import fuel. Before you start building anything else. Could also add a storage for coal, I guess. Whenever there's a market drop and the price decreases, we could import coal. So we would have it in storage. But we are about to make our own coal, I guess. Well, coal ore. How did the price of coal develop? Coal has stayed low. No problem with that. Oil and fuel, on the other hand, went up, but then it decreased again. We're still scheduled to actually hook up the oil wells and export it to keep the price down a little bit, I guess. But I want to see if the idea of impacting it in bulk and then letting the market settle works for us without actually doing anything with oil this game. I had to do it last time because the price was just like 20 times as high as it usually was. So maybe this strategy will be an alternative to that. Happiness is low in Almavari. Well, one person just moved in. Sure. That's bound to happen. 3 road cranes tied up in that construction now. The reconstruction office is currently not doing anything, so we'll also assign it here. So we'll finish this construction with 4 workers if we have to. $80 tons of coal storage for a large heating plant versus 45 for a small one. Small one consumes 2 tons a day, large one consumes 8 tons a day. So the small ones also have more storage space. But it makes sense. The smaller ones are more for decentralized setups, whereas the large ones are more for planned large-scale operations. I don't know why this train decided to move in on that side. I guess it made a choice and it was a terrible one. I don't think I can tell the distribution office. I don't think I can tell the rail distribution office to choose to travel over here. But I guess it's not a big deal. It just has to wait for a very long time. Pipeline finishing up. Oil unloading station finishing up, not this time, but next bus. If it has enough workers, which it won't, so soon. Less than 300 work days. And then the rail distribution office can handle the rest. We'll import like 30% fuel into the tank. If it's less than 30%, it'll do imports. And if we have a price drop in fuel, we'll do another import until we're like at 80 or 90%. Okay, let's flatten this area to the height level of probably the bus stop. So this will be the residential area, heating plant over here, commercial district between the bus stop and the place to work. That's the intended setup for this area. And the bulldozers have to refuel, I guess. Let me set up a free fuel station here, so if that happens again, they don't spend like half of their fuel picking up more fuel. Okay, now we'll finish the construction and import a bunch of fuel. Fuel is still cheap, only 260 per ton. 100 would be 25,900. And we plan to import 150 times 3. I might have to take out a loan for this, or I'll just import a little bit less. Prefab panel storage has run out. Let's get rid of that. Gravel storage has run out. Let's also get rid of that. I guess reconstruction can pick the stuff up from over here. I think that's everything. Composer. It's still that one flat. 25. Well, maybe once we have a park we're gonna be happier, but I don't know what your issue is. Unloading platform is up. $300 tons of fuel per train load. We'll set it to 20%. 10% would be 150. 20% would be 300. Maybe we'll set it to 30% and do 2 train imports. We're not gonna have the money for that, but we'll see. It's still fuel after all. It's fuel, and it's cheap. Okay, we can do another one of that. The price might go up in the meantime, but we'll already set our fuel import to not pick up from the customs house anymore, but from the storage tank instead. And we'll have to do that for all distribution offices that have fuel distribution in them. You don't, but you do. I really want to know if the fuel price develops in our favor or not with that strategy. You're dealing with coal, food, clothing, electronics, probably, yes. Beer. Probably have that checkbox everywhere. Okay. And yeah, your fuel pickup. From here. We don't have that much throughput on fuel, so a loading station would be overkill. As long as the tank has electricity, they can just load it here directly, I think. It's gonna be a lot of money in the tank, but our fire station is very close, so it should be fine. And I guess we're gonna do one more import and then see what happened to the fuel price. Fuel price went down, well, a little bit up, I guess. So we'll run one more import and then our imports stop. Until we drop below 450 tons, I guess. And we're always doing large 300-ton chunk imports. I will probably set up the oil field. I think it makes sense. Then the rail distribution office can run oil exports. Problem over here would be the fire safety. And I guess if we run to the storage and have a storage for export here, all we need is pumps and a pipeline. We have to get rid of these large fields, I think, and extract all the oil instead. I'll try to get as much oil as possible. 50% quality would be fine for me if I can get more pump checks in that way. I think we have to place that one still. 29%. Six pump checks. Need 3 pumps to connect them. I might turn this so the fire station right now has to drive all the way through here and then along dirt roads, which isn't great. But we might be able to have a road come in here dedicated only to the pumps. So I will place the pump jacks facing towards the left side instead of facing towards the fields. Maybe if we start from up here. Still 6 pump jacks. So we'll need to collect 3 pumps each and then run them across here. Let's see how far the pipe can go. Okay, that's about what the connection showed. They will need electricity. I think I'll provide dedicated electricity to the area. We might be able to get that all into one substation. Doesn't work. Then maybe this pump will have to be moved up a little bit. We can get all of these into one substation. Maybe this will work. So this says it has electricity. And this one will get electricity from the single substation we're going to make for this area. We'll get an asphalt road laid all the way to the substation, and then this will spread out to all the pumps. So emergency services should be able to get here relatively problem-free. I guess the road to the pump should just be gravel. No bridge. It's too little of a traffic for a bridge here, and there should not really be any train waiting here. Does follow the terrain a little bit already, curving around the water, and then, well, this is just the oil field itself. We need an electric connection, and then we need to put in the pipes. And I think it'll be an above ground electric connection coming from here. And I think 1.5 will be sufficient. Also 1.2 will also be enough. That will provide the electricity. This road should also be cleared during winter because it's asphalt, so... Oil money glitch again? No, just exporting raw oil. We don't have the ability to get an oil refinery. And I don't really plan for it. But I'm still worried that if I don't export oil or anything, the fuel price is just gonna keep going up. So I want to have one small oil patch to just make sure we're exporting some oil and the fuel price keeps low. I've also set up an import for fuel to hopefully let the money, the price recover after we've done an import. So now there should be a period where no fuel is being imported and hopefully the market, the fuel price goes down. But if that's not the case, then we're going to export crude oil and hopefully drive down the fuel price that way. Still have to set up the 2 extra pumps. We'll have to wait for the road to be built, and then we'll hook everything up with gravel roads. So this is going to be the baseline setup for the connections and the road connections. I want to wait for the asphalt road to be built first though. I guess I can connect it. Let's put that road a little bit more central. I think the waste is already making us enough money, but I don't think it will be able to keep up if the fuel price explodes again. Okay. So this pump needs to hook up here, and then we should have everything connected. And of course this is gonna cost quite a pretty penny, but I think it'll be worth it. And last time I built such an oil field, it also looked quite nice with the mixture of underground and above ground pipes. So we'll see how that looks. Looks a little bit more symmetrical and grid-like this time, but that's fine. Almavari, sure. I'm probably gonna put more fields here. Not gonna move out this way though. Maybe more fields over here. There's so much space for fields here. These crops are making the most money over here. There's very fertile soil in this area. I don't know. Let's just let this run by itself. So Almavari was complaining about happiness again. 86%, 52. I think it's doing okay. We still have to get a police station here though. Just a police station, nothing else. Slowly building up the town area. Okay. School is running, kindergarten is running. We're going to get some monuments up at some point. Can expand up on that. And I guess they can also start working on the coal mine now, if they want to. We also have to provide some alcohol into the pub. And hopefully that'll make people a little more happy. Even if they're getting alcohol that isn't up to standard. Same thing over here. Bring booze to the pub. We've exported enough crops that a harvest should be possible without a problem. We're still continuing though. Also we have 2 less fields this time. After harvest I might take down, I think, this field and have another road come down here and put maybe a large field in this area. So it would be touching the railroad. I don't know how that would look. I guess okay-ish. Not ideal. And then could have another small field here, some more fields on this side. Haven't really put in any tree lines. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna tell our distribution office to export oil from here and import fuel and hope that balances out the fuel price a little bit and the fuel price doesn't explode. The bus route over here should not pick up workers from Almavari. Not even uneducated ones. Those need to go all work in this area. If they go to the bus stop, they are not in range of walking towards the coal mine directly. So they'll walk here, not get picked up by a bus, but then walk to the coal mine if they can't find any other employment here. That's the point. Alcohol, please. Buildings without power supply. Did I really not... Oh, wait. Did I really build that building just outside power supply range? I guess it's okay. It just has some reduced efficiency. That's annoying. Might have to relocate the pub then to some place where there is electricity, like behind the hospital. Not sure why I didn't notice that. But yeah, we'll get a pub set up over on that side. They'll have electricity, or just as well, and everyone can go there. And it's right next to the coal mine, so whenever they come back from work, they could catch a drink. Let's hook this area up, just so construction can also start in this area, I guess. Don't all need to wait for one entry point to be paved, they can already start laying down gravel roads on this side, I guess. I don't know, the slow trains kind of have something, right? They're slow lumbering, they're not speeding along. Feels more like industrial train traffic, even at higher speed of the game running. It is somewhat enjoyable. Pretty chill already, no worries. Except of course that the population spikes, didn't really know why they happened. Population dips, I guess. Oh, do I have the checkbox set to allow people to move in here? Yes. But happiness is really low in this one building for some reason. Okay, let's build the train repair station. We're gonna need it at some point. And then I guess we can get an open haul truck for this distribution office, so it can also fill the repair station with steel. Or I could keep my steel deliveries centralized Pulling a slot in a small distribution office of a town feels kinda wasted. I will set up another construction office for maintenance, what I already said. Very slow loan repayment. Let's repay that one. Daily rate 400 rubles should be doable easily. I guess I could cut the trains down in size so they don't take that long to load, but then I would need way more trains to run the same volume. I think the way it works right now is okay. Could use a few more workers in this area. I wonder if the workers inside the incinerator get more health problems. Yeah, buses seem to be arriving here fast enough. Most of the people are getting picked up. Don't think anyone's waiting way too long. Yeah, that's sufficient. And these buses drive 85 kilometers an hour, which is quite nice. Wait, what? Why does the pub allow unloading construction waste? And the heating plant? Oh. I don't know. Let me write that down. Strange. The second monument has been built. Haven't heard any more complaints from here, I don't think. The kindergarten is up. Wait a minute. Okay, you were complaining about no workers with appropriate education, but I think what you mean is no one is walking into the kindergarten. So let's make that happen for a little bit. And I think we'll limit this to like 3 workers at most. Heating plant 3 workers at most. Shopping center 5. So we're like at 9, 18, 20, 33. Yeah, they should fill up these buildings first, and then walk into the other sides. Especially the kindergarten. Otherwise I've wasted that here. And I guess we'll add another loyalty boosting building in this side. Block all the windows. Oh, we could do that here. I don't know. Would feel kind of mean blocking the windows for a monument. I need to build more monuments around the shopping center, which is visited by everyone. Or just drop one here, I guess. Next to the pub. This is not going to cover anyone. Only the kindergarten, and that feels kind of pointless. I don't think I can get a footpath here. Nope. So building the monument facing that way, or having it in the residential area. I have too many footpaths here. I'm gonna relocate the water and sewage and build the monument in its place. Tear down the other water and sewage tank and place a large statue in its place, boosting loyalty a little bit more. I have no idea why the happiness is going down that much. Maybe it's pollution related, but then I would expect the lifespan to go down drastically. Don't know. Something's weird. I wish we had a lower tech building to boost loyalty. We might have to work with the secret police here to try and propagate it that way. Get our university education to be the sole source of loyalty. So, should I start with research towards secret police then? It's gonna be a while until I get a technical university or medical university. And I think I might just go towards medical university at some point. In a larger town and just commit to improving the living standards and not go towards any technical stuff for the time being. Low tech and all that. So yeah, I'd say I'll work towards a secret police. Two researchers. Next town would allow it. Let's do it. Can be slow, doesn't need to be fast. Let's just let it research. Oh. While our coal town builds, I guess it's time to probably start planning this area. I want to go for medium-sized residential buildings, and I was thinking of building them like row houses. And then the idea was to slightly offset them, I think. That's 8, we need 10 at least. Will allow us to expand it a little bit more. I might remove these two houses to allow for some statues and put 2 more buildings over here. So we can have some further reaching statues in this area. Now I kind of want to shift all of the houses so this in the background lines up. It's gonna be fine. We also need to put in waste management. wonder how many buildings we will be able to cover with one of these. Okay. Let's try this connection and this one. So should all be able to get to the waste, I think. Let's maybe pick a small waste storage so we can see it. All but the houses in the middle up here. And the stuff over on this side, I guess. That we'll be able to reach. I might have to think again about this layout. I would like it to be centered around the statue, and the upper area being offset looks a little bit weird, but I guess it's also fine. I would like to be able to fit a footpath through here, if possible. Oh yeah, that'll work. So we're dealing with all of the waste on this side, and this side, this house is not dealt with. So I guess I'm gonna put another waste storage here. Small container stand on footpaths. And then run a footpath down here if we can. I would need a connection here. I guess I can also freehand it. Okay, this will be the plan for this layout. It's 10 buildings times 50, 500 people. I think a large shopping center will be in order. Well, a small shopping center, like no grocery store, a proper shopping center. Also need a footpath that can go over into this area, which is slightly awkward to set up with the waste being now in the way. Let's see if the shopping center will work that way. Yes, everyone has access. 382 meters, the longest. But that's because we don't have a footpath going that way yet. And that should make this also easier to get to. 288 now. Furthest one being up here. No problem. We'll need a warehouse again. Garbage storages, should they really be asphalt? I guess. I don't know. I'm thinking of leaving those large garbage storages out. And putting smaller ones in its place and making this connection shorter. Slight reversal. Let's cancel that construction. Merge it together. Okay. And then we'll hook up a footpath from this side into here. instead. Why does this area look so weird now? Oh, because this path is here and this one is here. Yeah, it's all slanted. Because it's probably fine. This is not symmetrical, but it doesn't have to be. Probably should be. Okay, and we're gonna put smaller garbage storages here, because this area is not that large. It's all gonna be slightly wonky and asymmetrical, but hopefully that will give it character instead of looking weird. People complaining about happiness now very often. Unable to get food and meat. That shouldn't be the case. I don't know why you think you can't get that. Maybe there was a small period where the shopping center wasn't manned. This building is somehow cursed, I have no idea why. Maybe it's really related to being too close to the trains or something. What's your problem? You're waiting for this area to become free? Okay. Fuel price 190. Fuel price went down a lot. I might have missed a market event, so we're gonna continue importing fuel right now. That will work to our benefit. Yeah, probably don't need these to be asphalt on this side. Oh, did it merge the footpath connection now? I guess if I don't want waste on this side, I can just have the footpath go down without anything. Don't think I need a road on this side, but maybe I do. I'll leave it in place as a gravel road. And then electricity as well. This will definitely be the area of another high voltage switch. Next to the industry, I guess. We also need a fire station, we need a lot of buildings here. 500 people is not a tiny amount. I mean, for the scrapyard it's kind of overkill. But if we're scrapping for resources, then it'll make sense. Because we're going to move trains into there that are going to take a long time to scrap down. And depending on how many vehicles we're going to end up with, then better to have more people than not enough. So this is going to be the scrapyard of our nation, I guess. Not sure if that's ever going to be not enough, but I don't know. I never really had many people live in my towns yet. And this is not going to be any different, but it will be a lot of towns. At some point the 8 megawatt wires are not going to be enough anymore. Which is when we will have to set up a power plant and redo all the wires. This is not future-proof, but it's also not supposed to be. This is limiting myself a little bit to encourage smaller settlements. But I think I'm going to take a break here for now, for today. We did set up our new coal mining town. The coal mine is still being constructed, currently in the tunneling phase. We need a lot more people to tunnel through, but population growth in this area is happening. Very slowly though. We're working towards a secret police, which we will get as soon as Zhezhov has some people living in it. Then we can do the next research and try and start improving our population through improving the loyalty of our highly educated citizens. In any case, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Next time, as I said, we're gonna try and set up the area for the scrapyard. We're gonna work on repaying our loans, see if we get the oil field set up, and yeah, just generally keep on expanding, very slowly crawl through the map with tiny towns, villages, and see if we can sustain ourselves that way. Have a good Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. Wish you all the best. Take care. And as always, maybe I'll see you next time.